Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 7. And for today's video, I will be talking about a death which is likely to occur by the end of The Flash Season 7. And not just a normal death, a major death. And I will be discussing which character is most likely to die during The Flash Season 7. So, as we already know, we have had a bunch of recent news about The Flash Season 7. We've obviously had a brand new trailer a couple of weeks ago for The Flash Season 7 to obviously get us talking about it and get us excited for it. And also we started getting some new promotional materials as well, such as a new poster, some sneak peeks through promo photos that we got obviously a couple of days ago, and also we got some teasers through a new synopsis which got released from the first two episodes. Last week we obviously got the synopsis released for episode 1, and then like yesterday or so we got the synopsis released for episode 2, and obviously there will be more to come as the days go by. But really the most exciting news of all is that we will be getting the flashback next Tuesday, which I cannot wait for. After multiple delays, we are finally a week away from the Flash Season 7 to return, and I could not be any more excited. But other than us finally getting the flashback on our screens, we also got the great news that The Flash will be getting a Season 8, and that news dropped a couple of months ago as well. It was like a day after the trailer came out, where, let's be honest, this news was a no-brainer. The Flash is the most popular TV show on the CW, and it has been since it first aired since Season 1. It's been the most popular show till now. But the real question is, which cast member will be staying for Season 8? Because as we know, Season 7 is it for most of the cast by the end of The Flash Season 7. So it's within their own right whether they are willing to stay for longer and do more seasons of the show, or whether they want to leave the show and go on to do other things. Although it would be quite cool if we do have the whole cast renewing their contracts, that unfortunately may not happen. And in fact, it is very likely that we will be getting a character who will be killed off during the Season 7 finale, maybe even a couple of episodes earlier, but we could get a character who could get killed off by the end of The Flash Season 7. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so the main reason to why we are to see a death scene occur on The Flash Season 7 is obviously that we haven't seen a death scene happen last season, and we have seen main characters die from The Flash Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 5, but not during The Flash Season 4 or Season 6. And with the fact that most of the cast's contract are up by the end of The Flash Season 7, it is very likely that we will be getting some sort of a death scene for Season 7 to write off those characters who don't renew their contract. Now, I have said this before, but regardless of any cast member other than Grant, if they renew their contracts or decide to leave by the end of The Flash Season 7, it won't have a major impact on the show. It will in terms of us seeing the characters that we were used to seeing for that many amount of years, but to determine the survival of the show, it means absolutely nothing. It doesn't matter at all. And as long as Grant Gustin is willing to do more seasons of the show, then it will happen, regardless of whether the cast want to renew their contracts or not. If they don't, we could obviously get new cast members, and as long as Grant is willing to stay, it will happen. But who is most likely to die during the end of The Flash Season 7? So, The Flash will not die. Firstly, we know Grant Gustin isn't going anywhere. The fact that the show has been greenlit for a Season 8 is definitely evident that Grant Gustin has renewed his contract beyond Season 7. And in fact, he was in talks going for a Season 9 in some point as well. Now, I know a couple of people were worried whether Grant would leave or not, mainly because he recently announced that his wife was pregnant. So many people thought that this could play a factor of him leaving earlier than intended before, because it happened with Stephen Amell. But Stephen Amell's wife was having a baby during like Arrow season 2. And look at Arrow. Arrow went on for 8 seasons until Steven obviously had enough between traveling from Vancouver from wherever he lived, and he didn't want to travel back and forth, so he just decided to leave. And Melissa Benoist's case is a whole different story because she is the mother, whereas Grant obviously isn't. He is the father. And the thing is, when Grant goes over to film The Flash in Vancouver, his wife apparently moves with him as well. That is what I have heard. So nothing will happen to Grant Gustin. So Barry Allen, aka The Flash, will not die. Now, Iris is another character who will definitely stay for longer as well. We know that Candace really enjoys playing the character of Iris, and especially after the establishment of the Central City Citizen, we obviously had some great storylines with Iris during like the start of season 6, and they were really good. And I hope we do get more of those as well once she's out of the Mirrorverse. But it seems like Candace enjoys going for those comic book accurate stories as well. She even said that she was waiting to bring in the journalism arc for Iris West. And since we are getting more of that for season 7, I think Candace is more engaged with the character than ever. So I'm guessing that Candace Patton will also stay for The Flash season 7. Also, if you think about it, if Grant Gustin is staying, I am sure Candace will stay as well, because we do need Barry and Iris. Now, how about the other characters such as Chester, Camilla, and Allegra, basically the new characters if you will. Now, Chester and Allegra won't be going anywhere as well. Those two actors are gaining so much popularity from this show. And not only that, both actors, Brendan McKnight as well as Kayla Compton, have both been upped for series regulars going into The Flash season 7, meaning they will be having a much bigger role compared to last season. And because of this upgrade and how much notice they would be getting from that, they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. And same for Camilla and even Cecile as well. They were Cecile was there for longer, but Camilla was a new addition since season 5. So I'm guessing that she will stay as well. And same for Cecile. She got introduced in like season 2 or 3, I believe. It could have been season 1 as well, I'm not entirely sure. But she loves doing the role as well, and she has also been gaining popularity from the show as well. So I'm quite sure that she will stay. But here is the hot zone characters, if you will. Caitlin, Wells, Cisco, and Joe. These were all OGs since The Flash season 1, and 7 years after is obviously a very long time. And any single one of these characters have the absolute possibility in dying or being written off by the end of the season. But I could say for a fact, Danielle Panabaker, the actress playing Caitlin Snow, aka Frost, will stay. I am sure of that. Danielle Panabaker always posts about the show whenever she is on social media. She even promotes the show more than any of the cast members. And really from that, you can tell that she loves doing this role of Caitlin. So Caitlin will definitely stay for The Flash season 7 and beyond. And she will not die or be written off the show anytime soon. Now, Tom Cavanagh, I believe, will also stay. He gets along with the cast so well. But not only that, they have killed off a Wells before, that obviously being HR, and killing off another version of Wells wouldn't be too nice, would it? Obviously, if he wanted to leave, then they could just write him off the show and he could return as a recurring character as the Reverse Flash. But other than that, I think he will stay. And obviously the new versions of Wells he keeps playing feel like new characters as well. So every time he basically gets a new character. So from that, I hope that he will stay as well. That's why I think Tom Cavanagh will stay beyond The Flash season 7. Now, Cisco is very likely to have his end by season 7. We already have a techie nerd who recently joined Team Flash, that being Chester, and because of that, in the first place, we were all questioning how they would balance out Chester and Cisco once we got the announcement that Brendan McKnight, the actor playing Chester, was upped for a series regular. We were all wondering, wait, what's going to happen with Cisco then, because they're both pretty much the same. Not only that, we did obviously have that season 5 issue as well, where Carlos didn't renew his contract until like last minute or something. And when Cisco took the metahuman cure and had that ending scene with Camilla during the Flash season 5 finale, we all thought he would have been written off the show or something like that because he had a good ending. but then he came back for season 6, and then he had a season 7 on top of that as well, as he is filming. I think this season will finally be his last. Now, I don't think he will get written off the show, because that would mean that Camilla would have to leave as well, because those two are obviously a couple. And if Cisco was to have an ideal ending, it would just be them two leaving Central City together. So if anything does happen, I think Cisco will die. But lastly, we have Joe West. Now, I would absolutely hate it if they killed Joe off. He is my third favorite character on the show, just under Barry and Eobard Thawne. I love Joe, but hopefully nothing happens to him. If they did actually kill off another father figure and a character as important as Joe, for me at least, it will have a much more emotional impact than it would have been if they killed off Cisco. So for that purpose, I would say that Joe is very likely to die, but I would give it like a 60% chance of him dying and like a 40% chance of him staying. But whereas for Cisco, I'd do an 80% chance of him dying and a 20% chance of him staying for The Flash season 8 and beyond. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below which characters do you guys think will die by the end of The Flash season 7, and which characters do you think will stay beyond season 8. I'm interested to see your thoughts towards all of this. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.